Hi friends. This is not the normal Monday meditation. However, this is, I'm just trying to embrace the element of what this Facebook Live is all about. And when I'm practicing showing up, it's about showing up to life as it presents itself. And mindfulness meditation is just one of those ways that helps us arrive to our human nature. And I'm here live in Anacortes, Washington. I'm visiting my mom for the summer and her husband Rod, and it's been magical. But it's August, and I'm definitely bundled up. It's pretty chilly. It's been raining here, and but what's most important is this amazing scene that is peering through the clouds behind me. And the beauty of nature is when it goes untouched, this naturalness that we can experience is what we witness outside of ourselves. So often when we can be in nature, but there's also something very revealing when we can go into our own human nature. And the only way to go there is when we get still. And when we get a little bit quieter, a little bit more tender, and it's hard to be this when we're caught up in the knots of doing. And mindfulness meditation is just one of the tools to help sharpen your personal toolkit for quieting the mind, for living from the body, like really listening to its feedback. And most importantly, just creating a greater sense of connection to yourself. And through that, maybe even connecting a little bit more with others around you. And so tonight, it'll be a short guided mindfulness meditation. And being reminded that mindfulness is paying attention to the present moment, just as it's happening. So whether you choose to leave your eyes open and watch the colors change of the sunset behind me, or close your eyes and be guided by the sound of my voice, notice the other distractions that are occurring as you watch this, creating it as part of your moment. And these are the moments that we try to brush away because we don't like to be uncomfortable. But for the most part, these are our lives. And we get to choose how we show up. So inviting you to take a seat wherever you are. That really allows for your body to be a little bit more awake, at ease, and really alert. And even though this is happening in the evening, this may be helpful for you even to fall asleep. Inviting the mind to really settle and just notice what's showing up. Easier said than done, but just be mindful of the fact, this awareness that it's just practicing being a little bit more human as you invite this outer nature help you connect with your human nature. Feel free to close your eyes, or just leaving your eyes open as you take your gaze to that soft light that is of the sun that is dwindling down the mountains behind me. Or perhaps even watching the clouds that are behind me as well. And take a breath. Maybe even another breath. Noticing what it's like just to breathe. It cannot be enough. There's nothing fancy to be done. There's no special count or a special sound. It's just you breathing. It's your own rhythm. Like the waves of the ocean that just roll in and out. noticing the in-breath coming in. And notice how the out-breath leaves the body. Maybe there's a temperature to the breath. And just noticing if it feels cool as it travels through the columns of the nostrils, even hitting the back of the throat, traveling over the palate of the tongue and mouth. Perhaps settling your attention to where you can feel the body moving the most here as you breathe, if even at all. It's on the chest, the shoulders, even the ribs, perhaps the belly. Just staying curious as you land your attention there to where you can feel movement of the breath the most. Like what's occurring right now? Is there an expansion or a narrowing? Feeling of stretch, a widening? Or maybe nothing at all. Without judging what's going on, just again noticing, just staying real curious, just checking it out. Especially if the mind starts to wander, which at this point probably has, again, which is normal. And can you check in to what the mind has drifted off towards? Like what has taken your attention away from this moment here of breathing? Is the thought of a person, past conversation, next thing that you or perhaps might be missing out on by doing this? And simply just becoming aware of those thoughts. Can becoming aware be enough? So notice those thoughts come in. Notice how the thoughts change. Perhaps notice how the thoughts stay stuck and stay the same. And again, without judging, just kindly bringing your attention back into your body. And specifically today, taking your hands, right or left, and placing it on your belly. Noticing the sense of touch of your hand against your skin or your clothes. As you keep your attention focused on your hand, notice what happens to it as you breathe in. Notice what happens to the movement of your hand as you breathe out. As if you're shining a spotlight on your breath. Can you keep it right here, centered at the belly? Just drinking in the air as you breathe. And feeling the air gently escape as you breathe the air out. Just here in this moment. There's nowhere to go, nothing else to do or nothing else to see or become, just breathing. And can this be enough? Breathing in and then breathing out just as you are. Maybe even smiling when you catch your mind wandering, which is a part of mindfulness. You're aware where the mind has drifted off the belly in this hand-felt connection. And just those smile corners, just noticing what that adds to your experience here. There's no need to be perfect, and bringing your attention back to this feeling of the belly being breathed as you inhale and exhale. Just staying focused here for a few more breaths. It's the best that you can. Softening in your face and eyes, around the jaw. If there's any other obvious areas of holding or tension in the body, you invite those regions just to soften, get a little bit more tender. Guiding your attention back to the next breath that you're in. Again, receiving the inhale, just as you receive the exhale. It may be helpful to take a deeper breath here, and a deeper breath out. We bring this guided mindfulness meditation to a close. And perhaps even leaving one hand on your belly, placing the other hand on your heart, or both palms together to just come into that greater sense of touch and connection, or just placing a hand on your heart. But this ability to strengthen a muscle that we forget sometimes how to use. Muscle of awareness and attention, and an attitude that helps you just stay a little bit kinder to yourself. Knowing that we have an innate ability to come back to our human nature, especially when life can feel extremely heavy. We may feel like we don't have enough tools in our wheelhouse to stay grounded, if we feel adrift. But using this sense of your breath in your body, or sight of the sunset behind, to really invite yourself to capture this essence of your human nature. There's a knowing that it takes a lot of courage to do this, to show up. So with that, bowing into your own heart, with that gentle smile again, perhaps even opening up your eyes as we close. So from my heart to yours, live from the sunset view of what is there behind us. I'm honored that you're taking the time for you, and to be able to share these ancient practices to you, to make them yours, however they may be able to show up in your life. Because we all know that life is messy. We know that stress isn't going away. However, how we relate to all of it can definitely help shift our perspective. Because in the end, I think it's our human nature is when we really all shine. So trust that gift, friends. Feel free to leave your comments, questions below. Again, this is about building a community, and I don't have all the answers. I'm in the constant awareness of trusting that sometimes it's okay. It's okay not to know. But stay curious in the process, and see how that softens you as you go. So take care. I'll see you sooner than later. Enjoy the view.